10 years ago, we introduced you to an educator teaching lessons about the civil rights movement that children weren't learning in the classroom.
Less relevant today, even with Barack Obama in the White House. Tonight, ABC 7's Carolyn Tyler salutes Jeff Steinberg and his unique program.
How many students am I taking?
Former Bay Area history teacher Jeff Steinberg is celebrating the 10th anniversary of what he calls Sojourn to the Past. This year, he'll visit dozens of schools, encouraging students to follow him along the civil rights trail.
I don't call this a Black Studies program or anything like that. This is our shared history as Americans.
This is a lesson learned outside the classroom. In his one-of-a-kind program, high school students board buses and head to the epicenter of the struggle for social justice and equality. They take a 10-day trip to the South, tracing the places and meeting some of the people who propelled the civil rights movement. We went along 10 years ago. It's been overwhelming being here in Birmingham. In the past decade, more than 6,000 Bay Area students have taken the journey, and for some, touching the living history of the civil rights movement has been life-changing. We met Lolo Villagomez on the inaugural trip.
Is this just going to fade away when I leave, or is it going to stick with me?
He was one of the kids from 3 Bay Area high schools who followed the path of pioneers, like Elizabeth Eckford, one of the so-called Little Rock Nine. She was their age when she braved an angry mob to integrate Central High School in 1957. They actually met her and the woman screaming in this famous photo. That taught them about forgiveness, something that's not in the textbooks. They toured the Memphis hotel where Dr. King was murdered. They sat in the Birmingham church where a bombing killed 4 little girls. They shared the pain of one victim's father.
We came back changed.
This is Lolo Villagomez today. He's now 26 years old and works with low-income residents in San Francisco's Mission neighborhood.
It was just a key moment in my life in helping me know what I wanted to do with my life.
U.S. Congressman John Lewis was a nonviolent protester beaten during the 1960s. This summer, he introduced a resolution which passed unanimously, honoring Sojourn for its powerful impact on young lives.
They become better human beings and better citizens.
But it's our responsibility to help develop young leaders.
Merle Evers is a Sojourn board member. Her husband, Medgar Evers, was an icon in the movement, assassinated by a Klansman on the doorstep of his Mississippi home.
My brother and I ran over to him, and I went and shook him and said, "Daddy, get up. Daddy, get up."
For the last few years, Rena Evers has traveled with the students back in time.
It's important to share that it's the human element, and I'm right here in front of you. It is not something that happened 100 years ago.
It's not just the well-known names. The kids who make the journey meet ordinary people with extraordinary stories.
That's when you realize that even as a teenager, you can still do great things.
It helped Pablo Aguilera decide to become a high school history teacher. He now takes his students on the civil rights journey.
I would like to see this program go on forever and forever and forever.
Life's work in doing this, and I keep going as long as there's a racial divide in this country. There's need to do this program.
And so tonight, we salute Jeff Steinberg for his dedication to teaching children about the civil rights movement.